Welcome to Niantic Studio. This is what we'll be building in this quick tutorial. First, create a new project from your workspace and select the studio project type. Next, decide on your project's name and final URL. And then, for this tutorial, we'll use demo for our license type. You'll be taken to our quick start guide, showcasing off our current selection of studio projects. Let's choose empty project and clone it. You will then be introduced to Niantic Studio, our brand new visual editor and web gaming engine. Let's start with a quick overview. Here is the project hierarchy, assets, 3D viewport, the launch toolbar, including the simulator, which we'll explore later, and finally, the inspector. Another great way to get familiar with Studio is by referencing the keyboard shortcuts menu, which shows how to control the camera, such as pan, which you can do with middle click plus drag on mouse or two-finger drag on trackpad. You can also zoom using the mouse scroll wheel or two-finger pinch on trackpad. And finally, orbit, which can be done with option left click and drag on mouse or option two-finger drag on a trackpad. We can also reference the gizmo at the bottom to select different views from the Z, X, and Y axis. Now, let's right-click on our box entity in our hierarchy and remove it. The hierarchy is where camera and lights live as well. Now let's create a sphere primitive by clicking the plus icon and selecting sphere. This will create a sphere in the center of our viewport. We can move our sphere by dragging the gizmo on the Z, X, or Y axis. We can do the same by selecting the rotation icon or scale icon. Here, we can scale up the sphere by clicking and dragging on the gizmo. Now, let's take a look at the inspector on the right. Under the mesh section, increase the radius to 0.75. Then, let's open the materials tab and choose a color. This purple looks great. You can also adjust other attributes such as metalness. Let's make this 0. Now let's select our sphere and move it up 2 units in the Y direction. Let's also create a plane entity in our hierarchy and set its scale to 7. Next, let's add lighting components to our entities so the sphere renders a shadow on the plane. Studio comes with some built-in components including animation, particles, physics, the let's choose lighting, and the shadow component. Make sure to check cast and receive shadows on the component. We also need to add the component to our plane so that it receives shadows. Let's click our plane entity, components, and add shadow component. Again, make sure to check cast and receive shadows. Now we can see our sphere renders a shadow on the plane. We can do a similar action to create real-time physics by adding a physics component to our entities. Once added, we can see the rigid body selection for static or dynamic. Let's select dynamic so the sphere falls. Let's also increase the bounciness to 0.8. Now, let's add a physics component to our plane. We'll set it to static so it doesn't move. Next, adjust its bounciness to 0.8 to ensure the sphere bounces off of it. Let's click Build in our Launch toolbar now. Once our project has successfully compiled, click Play to open the simulator and view our scene in action. You can see the ball bounce with real-time physics. What's also great about the simulator is you have the ability for live sync, so you can continue to run your scene while dynamically making changes on the fly. For example, let's create a capsule entity in our scene and move it above the sphere. Let's rotate it 45 degrees on the Z-axis, quickly change the color, and then add a physics collider to it. Set it to dynamic and watch it instantly interact with the rest of your scene. Finally, let's add this ramp GLB model from our Physics Playground sample project into our scene by dragging and dropping it into the Assets folder. Follow the same steps as before by adding the Physics Collider. The Physics Shape Option Auto will create a custom collider for your GLB model. Add the shadow component as well. Then, click Build to recompile the scene. Run the simulator one last time to see our project in action. This is only the beginning. We can't wait to see what you build with Niantic Studio.